everybody, and welcome to Cyber Samurai Saturday. My name is Corey, and I'm glad you're here with us. We're playing Legend of the Five Rings. We're playing our own campaign called Shadow Empire, and we're deep in it. Before I introduce everybody else, we'll thank our patrons for their continued support on Patreon. We love you guys. They have access to our Discord. They have access to other neat things that I will put on the Patreon every once in a while, including art, including homebrew L5R rules, and they also get to vote for their favorite character, and that character gets a special bonus. Our winner is Doji Daisuke!
Sweet, I wonder what the heck I did to earn that.
Probably
roll poorly
last session.
I leaned heavily on your guys' support, but thank you.
Let's introduce everybody, starting with Matt, who's playing Doji Daisuke.
Doji Daisuke.
Who's playing Doji Daisuke. I can't do this. I can't. I literally can't.
His slimmer twin, Daidoji.
You know, maybe there should be a plot point in the future where I meet a Daisuke who's a Daidoji, and we just kind of like do a stare down at one another. It's like, who's the real Daisuke here?
Wouldn't Daidoji Daisuke be the bigger one?
Oh, I see.
Well, then that just makes it ironic, right?
Oh,
Like calling the
calling the
big
fat guy
tiny.
tiny.
All right, he's a bit of a rotund socialite that likes to listen in on rumors and climb the social ladder, see if he can make his way to impress the higher-ups within the Crane Clan and maybe make some connections outside of the Crane Clan.
Hey guys, this is James, and he plays Ide Youngso.
And Young So's almost a little person in height himself. He's very short, a pretty decent musician, and is feeling much better about life, looking forward to the festival coming up.
Yeah, my name is Tarek, and I play Shishiro Kuranagi. She is a completely normal, good-hearted person who is has no ulterior motives or anything like that. She's just nice, and that's it. Kind of boring for a Scorpion, I know. Really, kind of way too straightforward.
Hi, I'm Sasha, played by Yushi Naren. I wanted to start this off by saying that she is a good-hearted and kind Scorpion, very simple lady with nothing really much going on back there, except that was taken. So,
So you said it anyway.
So I said it anyway for the comedic effect. Exactly. She comes off really, really strongly. Kind of has a little bit of a hard time expressing her feelings. And she is partners with Kuranagi. Two of them are kind of like opposites. So, you know what they say about those.
Soap.
What?
You know what they say about soap?
The Second Amendment.
I'm a bad American.
You have the right to bear it.
Yeah, soap, you have the right to bear it. And also the right to make others bear it.
I've been in places where I felt like I needed to remind people that they had the right to use soap.
You have the right to bear soap. Whatever you do or say with that soap,
You can pull
canon will be held against you.
Yeah.
You can
They've
pull
actually
the
put up signs
Irish
at Gen
Spring
Con now
from my
about
my cold dead hands.
On that note, passing it over to Moshi Sora.
I'm Crystal. I play Moshi Sora. She is from the Centipede clan. And, Fire Wielder, has the ability to use fire spells for healing. Mostly, she's just here to do what good she can and try to figure out where the heck the pink cranes are getting their power from.
Thank you to Mark the Sling for bringing up that the 77th Amendment is the right to use soap. Thank you, President. I want to say President Lai for putting that amendment into our Constitution. I'm sure that's how civics works.
Presidents
I
lie,
was
and then
fact.
laws get passed, right? That's...
Presidents lie.
I think it was more of a joke about what soap is made out of.
I know. That was my...
Politicians are liars, and therefore soap is a human right.
Exactly. Therefore, soap is a human right.
The soap works
Man,
for the
would that
government.
be a technological marvel to be able to produce soap from lies?
Instead of Pinocchio's nose growing, he just starts sudsing up.
That would have been very not tasty for the whale.
So let's begin. Let's begin at the end of the night, because I know a couple people wanted to do something before the night ended. We're on the cusp of the celebration in the morning. Look how dark the setting is now. It is 2100 hours. It is nighttime in Rokugan. There are two people who wanted to do things this evening, and we will start with Matt. Your servant saunters on in, says, Master, you wanted to see me tonight.
Yes, I want to ask how things are proceeding with the plan this evening.
They're on board and ready to go, sir.
All right, excellent. I'm definitely glad to hear that.
They will be shadowing Otomo Ayumi tomorrow and making sure that she feels like she is being shadowed.
Ayuri.
Ayuri. Otomo Ayuri. My apologies. I cannot get the names that even I created correctly.
Otomo Obscuri.
Is that all, sir?
Yes, that is all for tonight.
Let me make sure that your bath is prepared for the evening and that you have a very nice and comfortable slumber tonight, sir.
All right.
I'll have your clothes laid out in the morning. I'll prep for you, and he goes into all of the things that he's going to do for you to make sure that your day goes on without a hitch tomorrow. And I believe James had something that he wanted Young-So to do.
Yeah, that was just to write the letter to his uncle, asking for resources to trade for the stables.
So here's the thing. You have one more day here in town, the festival day.
Okay.
So you can write a letter, but you're not going to get a response back. You're going to have to use the resources you have in town, which means maybe making connections with Unicorn
go talk
here.
to the unicorns here.
Okay, then it's just a letter of reporting where I'm at in progress.
Sounds good. Y'all can come out for breakfast.
Wouldn't you like to know, Sun Worshipper?
Since this is a ryokan, they have all sorts of breakfasts that they can prepare for you. Most include rice, so you can get rice with an egg on it. You can get natto. You can get whatever other traditional Rokugani breakfasts are out there. I'm sure
Fish,
sure.
I'll probably go with the egg and ask if they have any yak butter to put on the rice as well.
Well, since this is a unicorn adjacent town,
yes,
they do. They very much do.
Excellent.
Scorpion going to eat breakfast, or are you skipping breakfast?
I'm definitely going to eat breakfast. I'm trying to think of what I would actually want, because I think it'd have to be something more scorpion than what is on offer. So,
the roasted spiders.
yes, exactly. That's what all scorpion eat for their morning breakfast.
That and children.
Yeah, and hopes.
And dreams.
I think Kuronagi will be kind of a little tired today. She seems a little bit out of it from the day before, and she'll look over at Naurin and Young-So and be like, anyone else having trouble sleeping before the festival?
I think it is just you.
Really?
Just you, actually.
I can't shake this really deep-seated stress inside of me. I'm not sure where it's coming from or why.
I think it's because you're so used to having a clear goal and not having one stresses you out.
Well, maybe. But, I mean, yesterday was also just really stressful for me. Seeing Ayuri at the, following Kengo made me really nervous that something might be going on with the Imperial families, and then there's that whole doji thing with Kikita, what's his face? This is just all a lot to deal with.
I assume we're having breakfast in like a pretty public area, right? Like some sort of common area?
Yeah, there's like, basically it's a hall with a bunch of little rooms, but you can like hear each other from the other rooms or like look out and see the other people walking through. And the only other person though, there's a couple people from the entourage that you recognize that are nameless, faceless people that don't matter much, but you know, unless you want them to. But Ikoma Mitsuo is picking at a bowl of rice while mainly writing in a small book that he has with a piece of charcoal and not paying much mind to anything other than his book.
Also, it is considered dishonorable to eavesdrop on somebody.
Considered.
Here,
Generally
how-
considered dishonorable anywhere.
Let's see, how many people sitting at this breakfast table would happily engage in such an activity?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that I
I think
wouldn't
it's
do it.
unanimous.
I never said I wouldn't do it. I just said that it's generally looked down upon.
Aaron just kind of gives Kuranagi a sideways glance that says, like, I have something to tell you, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut here.
What do I feel
Go
like?
back to eating.
Why do I feel like the two of us keep giving each other knowing glares and actually have a whole conversation that way?
Do the two of you have plans besides enjoying the festival today?
Oh, well, that depends on how many people try, murdering members of our party or trying to ruin the festival. Or stop people from participating in the events that we have coming.
I plan on trying to meet with the head of the unicorn for the city.
Why would you want to do that?
Our time here is coming short, and I still have yet to acquire that stables.
Oh, that's fair. I might need to go and talk with some other people around town as well. That might not be a bad idea.
Perhaps we should all go together. Safety in numbers and all that.
I suppose so. I was feeling rather stressed about it all, but I guess going together might not be terrible.
Well, I am not aware of the nature of your relationship with Youngsu, but if it's anything like how I've seen you act with Sora, then we should all be fine and dandy, shouldn't we?
Oh, well, it's very
Narin
different
says,
from how I handle.
grossly misunderstanding
Sora.
everything.
It might be a little different than how me and Sora used to interact, but it's not, a bad thing.
I do not understand.
No,
Well,
and
of course not. You're married.
Kuranagi-san and myself, we met on a mission originally and helped each other out. And it has engendered good feelings between us.
Indeed.
Are you trying to say that I do not understand because I am not attractive, Kuranagi-san?
No, of course not. Why would you assume that? You're a very beautiful girl.
In what world would anyone consider you ugly?
I have been told that it is perhaps my personality.
That is so attractive?
No,
You
blank stare.
can come across as a bit terrifying, but I wouldn't say it would detract from your beauty.
Apologies and thank you.
I mean, she's eating right now, so I don't suppose she has her scary mask.
She does not. She doesn't have her scary mask on, which is like the first time that you've seen her without it. And she is just shoveling little bits of like meat and rice into her face.
I'm going to be heading out as soon as I finish eating. I would like to have time to enjoy the festival and get my business squared away first.
I mean, that's fair. I think I will probably be leaving too then, around the same time. So if we want to go together, we can. Though we should probably alert the others that we're going to be leaving somewhere.
Daisuke's servant running around when I was first getting up, since he would be starting to get stuff ready for himself.
I could
Make a
imagine
labor check.
Toronto,
Labor
getting
check.
stuff ready for the day before Daisuke wakes up.
Well, I have no ranks in it, and since it's random chance, I'm going to go with Void, since I also have a 3 in that.
TN2.
Well, I didn't adjust it, so we'll just have to... Well, no.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Does not
No,
matter,
it's
and I
no.
don't think opportunities are worth anything on this, so... We can always leave a message with one of the innkeepers.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, if we trust
Or
them, yeah.
slide a note through a door.
Actually, the innkeepers will definitely take notes and stuff like that. It's one of the things that they do is they take letters and messages and
Yep.
things of that nature.
So I'll write a note
I'm
after
just
we finish
saying,
eating
However,
to be given
secret you
to
want it.
Moshi Sora and Doji Daisuke. The 3 of us have headed out. I need to take care of personal business, and they offered to come with me. We'll meet them at the festival.
Okay. You finish your meal,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all head out.
Finished up the breakfast.
The unicorn section is where I'm going to go. Then I'm going to head to the...
Daimyo?
That's it. Thank you. I was just blanking on it.
I get it. I totally get it.
You don't have a daimyo here. A daimyo is the head of like a family or clan. This would be more like a provincial governor or a mayor. And since this is not a province of unicorn territories, but rather he is an overseer of a section of town, he is more like the chief advisor for the unicorn district of the city of the Rich Frog. Which, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. But he's the guy in charge.
We head to his place then. Or her place. I'm not sure which it is. If they're a moto, it's probably her.
Actually, if it was Utaku, it would probably be her.
Yeah, if it was Otaku. Let's say it is.
Ooh, I like it.
Would also mean that she's even more likely to be on my side for getting the stables back in unicorn hands. I like it.
What kind of name her, Tarek? Let's give her a name.
Otaku Fengsha. Or is it Utaku?
It's,
Utaku?
Yeah, Utaku.
Utaku Fengsha.
She is out in the front yard doing calisthenics. She's doing things like jumping jacks and push-ups and pull-ups and all of those kinds of things. She'll stop counting from like whatever count. You can imagine it's either like 10.
1,082.
Yeah, 10,000.
She's going up to 1,000 at least.
A servant hands her a towel. She towels her sweat off a bit, walks up, gives you a bow. Scorpion son, what can I do for you?
Oh, well, we're here because of him. Ide Young-soo.
Ide-san, why have you brought Scorpion into my midst?
These 2 are companions I trust, and the past day has been rather eventful for me, so they were more concerned about my safety than anything else.
That's
Indeed.
ominous. No offense, Scorpion-san.
Not taken.
Okay, very well. Have you had your rice today?
Yeah, we had rice.
That is a shame. Because I do not like to work out on a full stomach.
So you haven't eaten yet.
I always exercise before I eat.
Well, I mean, I could be convinced to have a snack.
That sounds great.
Sure.
Come on in.
We all could.
And she points to 2 servants and says, we're going to have some guests. Put out some more plates. Come on, guys. Let me show you around the premises. And she will give you the grand tour. She does have a much larger area for a horse. She has a stable. The horse is just kind of walking around. There's no fence. The horse just exists in this area. And you wonder what would happen if, like, maybe something startled the horse or anything like that. Why the horse wouldn't run off, but...
I'm sure it's well enough trained that it wouldn't run off.
And the
Probably attack the intruder.
the house is right off the river
Probably
as well.
sneak after the intruder and then find its family and then kill its family, all while hiding in the rafters.
She does not have anything here like a garden or even a rock garden. She has a little herb garden that's like on the side of her house, and it has like thyme.
Any good herbs?
Herbs,
Considering
yeah,
the Scorpion are some of the best
that's
cooks in the world.
practical.
Do they have like some
Yeah.
really good ones?
Just a little practical place where the servants come and like chop up some chives, you know, that sort of thing. But she
Nice.
does show you her art studio
Oh god,
where
she has an
she
art studio?
paints terribly.
Is it like George W. Bush style paint?
Oh no. Oh, she's the unicorn Ringo Starr.
Oh god.
Thank you
And
very
she's
much.
very proud of her work.
Narwin was going to thank her for the tour and apologize for any inconvenience.
Oh, she says, no, it's no inconvenience. I love guests.
And just because she seemed a little bit uncomfortable initially at the fact that there were two scorpion there, Narwin keeps her mask off.
I can honestly say it is better than anything I could do.
She gives you like the side eye. Like, how dare you give me a backhanded compliment? And she says, that's enough of my art. Let's go have breakfast.
Hey, at the same time, also, unicorns prefer honesty, and she's got to know what her art level is.
You are
Keep on
making
your
wild assumptions, sir. Wild assumptions. So you come into a room with a low table. There's pieces of terrible artwork on the walls. There's little
Are they like
potted
all
plants.
naked women but drawn really horribly? Like they're all kind of disproportionate?
No,
Or
they're
like-
all of horses.
Oh god, she's a horse girl.
She's a
Appropriate.
horse girl,
Of course she's a horse
yes.
girl.
They're
She's a unicorn.
unicorn.
And
They're
she's
all
also-
horse girls.
She's also specifically of the family of horse girls.
Yeah.
She's
The main reason I didn't even try to approach her horse is because she would get
Probably
mad
kill you.
at me trying to touch her horse.
No, she'd probably get offended, yeah. If you touched her horse, she'd be like, who fucking told you, a man, that you could touch a horse?
surrounded by these substandard paintings of horses. And an ironic wall scroll that reads "Perfection is key."
Oh no.
Oh god.
No.
Upon seeing the scroll, I do comment that my uncle has the same scroll while sitting up in the dojo.
It has been quite illuminating seeing all of this magnificence.
Are you trying to be awkward, or is that just how you're coming across?
I think it's just how I'm coming across.
No, I think you were trying to be awkward. I heard
It
that.
felt very awkward.
So she might have been just as awkward in what I said outwardly, because she has the advantage affective harmlessness, and so it is likely that she comes off as being a little like naive and not sure of herself when she talks.
Well,
That's what
everybody
I'm
is served barley tea and some sweets. She is going to eat a little more heartier breakfast. She has some strips of sauced meat on a bed of rice. If you drink a
Very
little bit of the
good.
tea and then immediately eat a little bit of the sweets, it is actually really wonderful and it pairs lovely together.
Narwin
Okay.
loves sweets, so she is definitely actually enjoying this little tea party.
And Young So has a look on his face after the first sip of the tea like, oh, I haven't had this and it's such a taste of home.
She will then get down to business and ask what is it that they've come to her house for.
I've come to ask your assistance in a task my uncle has sent me on. You know, the so-called unicorn stables here in town are not in unicorn hands.
I mean, there are a lot of stables here, and we've built more, and I need a little more.
The Dokugero use it as a hideout.
Oh, those stables.
Also, when I mentioned my uncle, I went ahead and slid my left sleeve up so that the Kirin tattoo shows for a moment. Maybe she's one of the unicorn that knows what that means. Maybe she isn't, but either way.
Sentiment Tien. I'm going to just say it's Tien too.
One bonus success for me.
Naren and Youngso has made the Tien. You both know that she has an incredibly distasteful, or Nagi did not make it, look when she sees a tattoo. With a bonus success, I will tell Youngso that it's not because of who he is or what the tattoo represents, but rather that it is a tattoo.
Oh,
Or
she's
just
one of
leave
those.
She's
back
just
over
a
it.
tattoo hater.
Is now a bad time to mention that Naren has a giant tattoo spanning most of her chest and back, like one half?
Well, you are
Yeah.
It's
covered with a
covered.
kimono.
It is covered, but like Naren kind of just sits there awkwardly after that. I would like to notice an interesting detail about her, such as an advantage or disadvantage.
Such
Or
as an
anything
advantage
disadvantage.
or disadvantage.
So I think that might come in very useful when trying to negotiate with her if we knew how to either butter her up or what she really doesn't like.
What you will get is that this woman is vain. She says, oh, one of those places. Yes, we want it back. Why?
My uncle has not stated, just that we do. And we want it in the family.
Well, I'm sure it could be said that you and your clan could benefit greatly from having an additional stables inside of the city, especially one that you knew that you could control, and that was no longer under the hands of lingering in the hands of any undesirables.
The problem is that we have many stables. Of course, it's a unicorn district, but if we take that stable, it will always be in contention. It is a stable that we willingly gave up in order to maintain a certain amount of peace. Has something changed that I don't know about?
We've spoken with the daimyo of the Kiru in town, and he suggested offering a trade.
Oh, what does Kiro-sama want?
Something similar, possibly a little better, because they are Ronin, and getting something slightly better would be seen as an equal trade to them when dealing with a great clan.
Kiro-sobe wants me to give him some sort of grand building within my district. Is that what I'm hearing?
Not necessarily grand, but something the Dokugeru would consider better than a stable.
I couldn't say what a mafia would want that is better than the stable. I don't think like a mafia person.
Going to use the bond between herself and Kuranagi to express the idea that basically 6 words. She's vain, help him if necessary. As she's just quietly sipping tea and gives her a kind of side glance.
Do we have a distillery that we don't really use?
We have a sake works, yes. It is the only sake works in Unicorn District.
That wouldn't work then.
Yes, I'd rather keep that, and I wouldn't want drunk mafia walking through our city at all hours of the day. This does not sound like a good idea.
True, but it is the first thing I thought of that mafia might want.
Can I do a skullduggery check to come up with something that
Yes.
would be worthwhile?
Yes. That sounds like a great idea.
Skullduggery or maybe even labor is what I was thinking.
So,
I
I
would
will...
be able to assist her with that while,
No, you may not.
conversing together.
May I make my own skullduggery roll to come up with my own ideas?
Yes. Everybody can make up their own skullduggery roll to come up with their own ideas. Though I'm wondering why, you had to be told out of character. like to do this, but it's fine. It's fine. Everybody can make like a skullduggery check on their own. The more successes you get, the more information I'll give you. Actually, I'll set the base at TN2, and we'll go up from there depending on what happens.
Okay. Using water exchange as the ring?
I will allow water for exchange or void for subsist.
All right, I'll
Well-
go with subsist.
Kuranagi, I can give you information. You think back to what they were using the stables for. What were they using the stables for?
For crime. To train to train the newbies.
To train them.
Yes.
So what do they actually
General
need?
hangout. A
place for them to
dojo.
get, like a training area, a dojo, yeah.
Exactly. That's what they actually need.
This might be a stretch, but I was trying to think of some creative use for that opportunity, so you tell me if that won't work. Under skill use, skullduggery is a trade one, right?
Yes.
It says convince a seller to give you an additional 10% discount for an item that you are buying. And we're not trying to buy something necessarily, but we are trying to, like, arrange a trade.
Right.
So I was wondering if I could use that opportunity to help Youngsu with his negotiations, basically.
You can say something like, if the unicorn give the Dokugero something better, they might be beholden to the unicorn clan. Mafia trade in favors.
Okay.
That's a powerful thing.
Okay. Then yeah, she'll bring that up, that trading in favors.
Of course, a scorpion would know about such things. Your insight is invaluable. Thank you.
Ow.
Do you have any like training areas that are not as useful to you anymore, and maybe they would be better served? Maybe the efforts to maintain and staff them would be better served in a stables.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you see, the people who were previously occupying the stables were looking to try to train people. So if there was access to like a dojo or a training yard, they might get more use out of that and feel like that is a more valuable place for them particularly. And that would make sure that you would get access to the stables without much trouble.
I see. And it might help with people wandering into a stables and being attacked by the mafia, who are very territorial. But nobody's going to accidentally walk into a dojo and not expect to be attacked. That's
Very true.
what dojos are for. This makes a lot of
Exactly.
sense. I think I can help you.
Well, maybe that could be the solution then. I look over at Ida Youngzo.
Looking very happy and excited about this.
Offer Karuosobe the dojo on Rooster Street.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well,
Is
I
that-
must say it has been wonderful being able to sit down and share a meal with you.
It has been wonderful to have you. And she looks directly at the two scorpion when she says that.
Kuranagi smiles
been-
like big stupid smile on.
You have been wonderful guests, and I hope I can have you over again sometime.
I'm sure that we will be waiting to do so with bated breath.
And Youngso, tell your uncle if he wants to meddle in my city that he can write me a letter or come himself, please.
I will. And thank you again for your time.
That's it for you guys. We're going to move on to 8 o'clock.
It's gonna take a little bit of time for him to prepare himself a little bit. He wants to make sure that his makeup is immaculate before he steps out of his room.
Of course. You get totally ready. You are ready for this festival. Do you go to breakfast or do you skip breakfast?
Well, you know what? I think I might enjoy some breakfast. Yesterday was a little hard on the body and the mind as well, so might as well get ready.
All right, so you go down to breakfast, and in the breakfast hall, in the meal hall, there is Doji Sakurako and Kikita Morishima. Yes.
Ah, cousin, it's a pleasure to see you at the beginning of the festival. Mind if I join you for breakfast?
Oh, please sit down.
All right. So, what are your plans for this day? I'm slightly curious.
I am going to go dancing.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
That said, I do have a lot to prepare for. There is a poetry competition tonight.
Ah, yes, I'm looking forward to it.
So I'm
I might make
hoping
an amateur submission
I'm
myself.
hoping to spend the morning shopping and the afternoon with a little bit of dancing and carousing, but after that, I'm going to be retiring to the garden for meditation and reflection.
Does sound like a fine plan for the day.
What is your plan, Daisuke-san?
Well, so far, I might treat myself to some of the food stalls around here, just sampling the local cuisine, see if there's anything unique that you couldn't get at Kyundoji. And perhaps also, just take a look at the locale. Maybe find some nice ladies over here to, flirt and carouse with.
I heard that yesterday you had a bit of sightseeing in the town that, I don't know, had a little bit of action to it.
Oh, what have you heard?
Please.
Like Daisuke looks a little coy. It's like, what do you mean?
Daisuke looks a bit like a fish.
She lowers her voice and says, Daisuke-san, what were you doing attacking random thugs in the street?
I wasn't attacking anyone. I was defending myself.
You just happened to wander into the wrong side of town,
Oh, what side of town would that have been?
I don't know, somewhere deep in Unicorn District.
Oh, that. Oh, no. I was simply going with my party to go do some negotiations with some individuals that had hold of a stable. My friend Ide Young-so, he was hoping to negotiate having the stables wrested back into unicorn hands because apparently someone else is controlling them. So I decided to party along, but unfortunately, one of the individuals from the opposing party decided to attack our group, and
Let me get this straight. Let me see if I understand the story correctly. Your friend, the unicorn, Ide Young-so, led you into a mafia-controlled stable because he wished to wrestle it from their hands.
He simply wished to negotiate with them, but they decided to get a little physical. I mean, I had to defend myself at that time. I couldn't just let someone, beat me down. I mean,
Daisuke-san, what do you think was going to happen? That you would sit down with tea with these murderers?
It would have been preferable, but of course,
Were you not trained better than this?
Who is he talking to right now?
Doji Sakurako.
That's perfect.
I'm actually kind of having fun with this moment. Daisuke's keeping his cool while she's kind of losing her composure, and I'm living for this one.
Reassess your friendship with Ide Young-so. He does not seem like he has your best interest at heart. I think he's using you. Either that, or he is... his head must be in the clouds if that is not the case. Either one. Don't consort with those without your best interest, and don't consort with the stupid.
That is a fair assessment. I can see your point of view in that.
Moshisora, you come into the breakfast area unless you're not eating breakfast.
Of course I'm having breakfast.
Okay. In the eating area, there's a bunch of people, including Doji Sakurako, Kakita Morishita, and Otomo Eiyuri, and Kengo.
I'm assuming Daisuke is there talking with Sakurako.
All the crane are sitting at the same table, eating and chatting.
I'll come sit down next to Daisuke, my traveling buddy. Yeah,
Moshi-san, it's a welcome sight to see you. Would you like to join us to eat breakfast?
I would love that.
All right.
And
How was
I'll-
sleep fared for you this past evening?
I slept very well, thank you.
It's a pleasure to hear.
Kikita Morishita looks at Moshi-Sora. Good morning, Moshi-san, he says very formally.
And a good morning to you too, Kakita-san.
There might be some time today during the festival if you want to, hang out and stuff.
If you wanted to play hide the kimono.
He slides a note over to you,
These
eggplant emoji, eggplant emoji, eggplant
Oh my god.
No.
You know what, Kakita-san? It might be fun to learn more about wrestling. Why don't we meet up and you can show me some moves?
I will. I won't be till the afternoon, though, Doji-san. She's
Gotta
going to
hang
be,
out with
like,
stupid charge.
shopping all morning, so...
Oh, she needs you to hold the bags, doesn't she?
No. I'm her Yojimbo.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
sure
she
there's so
doesn't
many
have you
occasions
carry
before.
her things for her?
No! I am not her servant!
Oh, okay.
Anymore?
Does that what Yojimbos do for Centipede?
No, it's just she seems like she would want somebody else to carry her things for you, and I've only ever seen you around her. So I just thought she probably made you do that too.
Doji Sakurako has the biggest smile on her face, like, hell yeah. Like, I'm the motherfucking queen
Daisuke,
around here.
He's
He
wondering
may
whether
not
or not
have
he
been
should
doing it
interject
before,
just
but now
to
that you've
kind of
mentioned
help.
it,
And you have just unmanned this Kakita in front of everybody, and he is mortified because he doesn't know what to do. He would just challenge you to a duel but he likes you, and now he's fucked. We Crane, we don't hold the bags for anybody. I am a warrior, and I hope you can respect
I'm
that,
cool.
Mushi-san.
I've always been cool.
I do respect that, and I am sorry if I offended you.
Sakurako says, me and Daisuke-san, we were discussing our plans for the day. What are you doing today, Moshi-san?
I do plan on taking in all of the sights in the festival, but I would also like to explore the Turtle Island.
Oh, yes, that island out there that looks like a turtle but is actually just a place for a shrine.
Yes.
Or maybe it is a real turtle. I don't know. Maybe it is just a flourish on a map and it wasn't actually supposed to be a place, but now it is.
It's
just
there,
hope
so it
doesn't,
must
come
be
to life on us
explored.
and, drift us away out into the ocean.
The innkeeper will walk up and place a note next to Moshi Sora and Doji Daisuke.
What are the contents?
I don't know, ask James.
the note said that I had personal business to take care of in the Unicorn District, and that both Malrin and Brains just went weird on me. Shoshiro-san
Kuronagi.
elected to join me.
Kuronagi.
Kuronagi elected to join me, and that we would see the two of you at the festival.
chat.
Doji Sakurako will look at you while you read the letter in front of her, and she says, something important?
No, just our fellow party members. They departed earlier.
Party
And we
members?
might
What's a
see
party
them,
member?
At the festival. The entourage for shows at the White Dragon.
Ah, yes, the entourage. Could you imagine, like, walking up with your crew in, like, real life? Like, you and all your friends, you kind of walk into places and be like, this is my party?
I'm here with my party members.
My party members? Yeah.
I mean,
People
if you're
do that.
going
They
into
call it
a
your posse.
restaurant, that's normal.
If you are going
My
into a restaurant, they do call it a
peasants.
party. But anywhere
Like-
else,
Party of 6.
like, yo, man, don't mess with my party members. Well, I hope they're not in any sort of trouble.
No, it doesn't seem so.
Well, that's good.
They're
I hope
taking care of their own personal business.
we'll see them at the festival. In fact, I think it is time that I get going because I want to get as much shopping in as I can. Kakita-san, he's like, I'll see you in the afternoon, Moshi-san.
See you this afternoon, Kakita-san.
And she's like, no, you're going to come with me and hold my bags. Wouldn't you be a dear and come with me and hold my bags?
We're at the end of the
Blast from
game.
the past.
So let me give out, I'm just going to give out 1 XP for this game. Not a lot happened.
Yeah.
That's fair. Role-playing happened, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it was about half session for each grouping of it, so that makes sense.
There were no real breaches of honor or glory. There was no real, unless somebody would like to point something out, gains or losses.
I might have had a minor loss because of the backhanded compliment of the paintings.
I helped immensely with somebody else's Giri.
Yes, so did I.
Yeah,
both of them definitely.
You both helped with somebody else's giddy, yeah. You know what? I will give a trifling loss to James and a trifling gain of honor to the 2 Scorpion. If you watch the stream all the way through, you obviously like to hit that like button. We do this every Sunday at 7:30 Pacific time. And that's it. From Crystal, James, Sasha, Matt, Tarek, my name's Corey. Go roll some dice.